Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Elder Scrolls Lore. Now, before we begin today, I'd like to make a shout out to the Discord chat. Feel free to join in the link in the description below or in the channel header. And feel free to check out Aries' channel, it's where I get my music from. The link is in the description below to his channel. Now, today is kind of a special day because I finished the new lore series that'll be coming out on Sunday, and we got a little bit of a sneak peek. So after the little introduction I have today, there'll be a little bit of sneak peek for like a couple seconds long, so you guys can guess on what it's going to be or what it might be of, and yeah, and then we'll hop into the lore. So there's no news for today other than that, and I hope you guys enjoy us. Today we're going to be talking about Alduin. Alduin, or the World Eater, is a mighty dragon who ruled over Skyrim during the Merethic era. Worshipped as a god-king by the ancient Nords through the dragon cult, Alduin is sometimes considered the quote-unquote wellspring of the Nordic pantheon, as well as the harbinger of the apocalypse. And it is believed he would have a pivotal role in the end of the world, or the reshaping of the world. Now, during the Merethic era, or the early Merethic era, the ancient Atmoran people worshipped numerous animal totems which would become the Nordic pantheon. This included the hawk, the wolf, snake, moth, owl, whale, bear, fox, and the dragon, and they were the avatars of the gods. Possibly at Alduin's urgings, the people of Atmora and later Skyrim came to defy the dragons through this establishing the dragon cult as being the dominant belief system of the ancient Nordic culture. Some consider that Alduin's desire to be worshipped by mortal races was him having forsaken his proper role as the World Eater because of his own pride and arrogance. Regardless, throughout the Merethic era, Alduin stood as a cruel leader to dragonkind and the ruler of Skyrim. Men were increasingly subjugated and became enslaved and even sacrificed to the dragon through their underlings, the dragon priests, who wielded authority equal to that of the kings. Now, Alduin's chief lieutenant during this period was Paarthurnax, his younger sibling, who was said to have committed unspeakable atrocities against mankind. However, Paarthurnax turned against Alduin at the behest of the goddess Kine, and would teach humans how to use the Thu'um, granting the most courageous among them the chance to rebel against the dragon overlords. The ensuing conflict between the dragons and the ancient tongues became the legendary Dragon War. At its height, Alduin was led to the throat of the world, where he battled the three Nordic heroes, Feldir the Old, Håkon the One-Eye, and Gormlaith Golden Hilt. They created a unique shout known as Dragon Rend, through which they managed to subdue Alduin and then use an Elder Scroll to send him forward in time. A prophecy foretelling of Alduin's inevitable return to Nirn is inscribed in Alduin's wall located at Skyhaven Temple, which is a wonder of the ancient world built in the First Era by the Akaviri, and the existence of which is recounted by the Book of the Dragonborn and possibly on an Elder Scroll. It warns that of the World Eater will eventually return after various tumultuous events that have occurred in its world history, retelling the events that have led up to this point and claiming that the last Dragonborn will come forth to take the stand against Alduin. Now, as the foretold prophecy happened, Alduin would resurface in 201 of the Fourth Era amidst the Skyrim Civil War. After making his presence known with the attack on Helgen, he began visiting the dragon burial sites across Skyrim to resurrect his subordinate dragons and re-establish his dominance over Skyrim. The resurgence of dragons and their ancient reign of terror became known as the Dragon Crisis. It was during this time that the last Dragonborn would emerge and challenge the World Eater. Only the Dragonborn was able to hinder the dragon's onslaught, and only could put a permanent end to him by absorbing their souls. From the guidance of Paarthurnax, the Dragonborn dealt a minor defeat at the throat of the world. The final confrontation came in the Nordic afterlife of Sovngarde, where the three Nordic heroes who defeated Alduin in the past joined the Dragonborn to stop the dragon once and for all, or at least or until the end of times comes, as Esborn speculates. Nordic legends assert that Alduin is a godlike entity which destroyed the last world in order to create and begin a new one, in what was considered to be a creation of a new Kalpa. He bears resemblance to the Yokudan god Satakal and the Argonian god Atakota, and the Skull know him as Thartag, the World Devourer. As a result, Alduin has been seen both as a creator and destroyer of various cultures of men, with his existence predating that of Nirn itself. There are legends of his battles with the god Shor and the beginning of time as well, and he also conspired with Orki to reduce all the Nords to children until he was again defeated by Shor at the request of the king Wolfhearth. Now, Imperial scholars speculate that Alduin is the name by which the ancient Nords knew Akatosh, the dragon god of time and later the patron deity of the Empire. However, some Nords consider this as a mischaracterization, maintaining that Alduin and Akatosh are indeed regarded as separate beings in Nordic legend. Alduin called himself the firstborn of Akatosh as well. According to Paarthurnax, Alduin's dragon peers considered him Akatosh's most acclaimed creation. Some sources suggest that he even split from Akatosh, or is possibly a greater Akatusk, and that Alduin embodies a particular aspect of Akatosh. Now, that is all we have today, guys. So Alduin, there isn't too much on Alduin, but it was fun to cover him, and I think it gives a nice little touch on what he is and who he is. Granted, there isn't too much, as I said, but as always, it's fun to make, and I love going into the dragon aspects of the Elder Scrolls. Dragons are very interesting. I've covered a various amount of dragons in my in my lore series. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think the next series is gonna be. I am curious on what you guys think the next series will be, the next lore series, but we'll find out Sunday. So, with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.